My Style is about.
So has everyone heard of Swap My Style here? Yeah? So last year, I guess my little hobby of hosting clothes swaps in my apartment with my sister sort of took a turn, and we launched Swap My Style. How it all came about is I basically ran out of room. I couldn't fit 80 girls in my apartment, and I needed to find a venue. To find a venue, I had to sort of get legal involved and get insurance and do all those things you need to do when you host an event, and you know, it might accidentally get someone slipping over or anything like that. So we formed the website so we could sell tickets and register people and host the event. What we didn't realise was that, you know, we had 180 girls turn up to our first event, and that was with no marketing spend, no advertising. It was just purely word of mouth and utilising Facebook and asking all our friends to go, send it to your girlfriend, send it to your girlfriend, send it to your girlfriends. And from there it's grown to events where we have over 400 women attending. We've managed to have 35,000 members join Swap My Style in 9 months. And some of, I guess some of you might notice we've sort of not been sort of really out there lately. I've spent the last 5 months doing research, hosting focus groups, and I'm really excited to announce that next month we have a national magazine behind us, a radio program, a television show. We've got a naming rights partner, and we have sort of managed to raise a fair bit of money via sponsors. And our website, which is the old website, is changing over to a website that at the back end we're spending over 100,000 on. So it's all very exciting, big things for us, and it's a bit scary, but I put my first ad in Seek for a national sales manager, so yeah, it's all a bit scary really, but a current affair, yeah. You know what? Press breeds press, and when you have something exciting out there and people hear about it and see about it, it's funny, you just keep getting a lot more noise. Our very first event, I was so afraid. I had Shock Teardrop turn up, Cleo turn up, Cosmo turn up, and Channel 7 turn up. And that was the first event that we ran, where my dad was driving the van and picking up all the equipment. My brother was the doorman. I had to fly my sister in from India because she was the only one I could get to manage the table. And my other sister was out the back hanging 2,000 items, and all the volunteers I had were actually my gym spin class. You know, some of my aerobic instructors and just anyone I could get to help out. And, you know, it's gone from that little project to something where, you know, this year we're one of the main events at Perth Fashion Festival, we're the main event at Brisbane Fashion Festival. We've signed an agreement to run a teenager series with an amazing magazine, as well as doing the adult series. So it's been really scary, but here we are, yeah, 35,000 members strong. I thought about Swap My Style in September of 2007. So I used from September to December to get it up and running. First thing I did was I got a lawyer involved, and I worked out what I could trademark, what I could register. Unfortunately for me, the concept of swapping is universal. You can't trademark it. I've had 3 people copy everything I'm doing. They've knocked off my token system. I get so upset when I see it. But there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is build the best brand possible, and really be something that women go, you know what, if I'm going to do something like this, it's going to be at Swap My Style, because that's the leading brand, and that's the brand I want to be associated with. My branding strategist, which is helping me with my relaunch, is the brand strategist behind Boost Juice, Healthy Habits, Hair House Warehouse, Matchbox down in Melbourne. So she's an amazing girl, and she's really helping me go, okay, how are you different, and why do women want to stay with you and not go to these people that are copying you? And I think the benefit that I've got is in a year I've learned so much about that Swap My Style is so much more than just swapping. It's about harnessing that 35,000 database and going, how can I get them to interact, and how can I make a really solid community where women just feel that this is something I want to be a part of, and that's what I'm doing. Does that answer the question? You know what? I'll tell you a funny story. Last week I thought, I'm going to check my stats, even though I'm not advertising or doing PR. I just want to see what's going on out there, and I've been a bit slack because some of you might know, some of you might not know. Last year through this whole project, I was working full time, so it was tough, but I was made redundant in January, so you know, I could take it as a, you know, I could sort of sleep all day, or I could use it and go, okay, what am I going to do? And so I thought, okay, I better get things moving, but I've been so busy working on the new site and all those types of things, I haven't looked at the day-to-day stats. And I went on and I thought, why have I had 150,000 hits today? What's going on? And then I thought, oh, they're all from Canada. And Swap My Style was featured on, anyone watched Dragon's Den when it was in Australia?
Yeah.
So there's a show in Canada that's similar, and there's a group of 10 millionaire entrepreneurs that rate businesses from around the world, and they go, is it a hit, is it a miss, what, you know, do we want to be involved in it? And Swap My Style was the business that they profiled, and they took all these cuts from The Current Affair and Today Tonight and all these other things, and I thought, wow, that's really awesome. And the next day, that actual television station, their version of ABC and CBS, rang and said, do you want to fly over and be our guest and host an event in Canada? So off we go in 3 months' time. We're going to go over it. Scary, but you know, we're getting there. But the majority of our members, 40% are from New South Wales, because we've hosted 3 events here. We've got about 2,000 down in Canberra. How we got that? They actually signed a petition and started a group saying, you're not recognising Canberra on your map of where to register, and we want an event. And an actual big company down from Canberra, I invited them up to the event we had at the Hilton, and within 10 minutes of being at that event, the director pulled me inside and said, here's a check, you're coming to Canberra. So we're in Canberra as well. So, but yeah, we're all around Australia, but majority is Sydney. But I think with the National Magazine group and the Teenager series, we're going to get a lot more of an even spread. Our goal is to get 100,000 members by July, and we really feel with the new site and the direction we're taking that it's achievable.
Wow.